Hello everybody, welcome to another test here. Now today we'll be taking a look at the Zone Alarm free antivirus and firewall. Now this is security suite that's released pretty recently and I just installed their latest version. So first let's take a look at what features it comes with. Now last time when I checked out Zone Alarm, they only had a free firewall and a paid security suite. Now this time they've got this new free version, and if we take a look at all these features that they're giving away, it's basically antivirus, two-way firewall, advanced firewall. So this exactly is kind of like a behavior blocker or intrusion prevention, as you can read all this. And they've got an anti-phishing, download protection. This works pretty well. If you've used their paid product, you'll know. And an identity protection and parental controls. I don't think that's an important feature in a security suite, so it's not there, so it doesn't make much of a difference. Support virtual browsing and PC tune-up. So all the major things about security are being given away in the free antivirus plus firewall, except the fact that you can only perform an update every 24 hours. So you can't exactly do it. Okay, there you go. You can, in their paid users get updates every hour, but if you're a free user, it's just once in 24 hours. So you do get gaps in security. So this is what this version has. Now let's take a look at their interface. It's pretty simple interface, but I think this upper thing kind of looks like pretty old, and it doesn't match with this nice lower interface. But anyway, we'll just take a look here. Firewall identity and data. I haven't even messed with any of settings. They're all in stock. Now they give you 5 GB of free online storage space, online backup with this, but you have to activate that. And so this is basically about it. Click on the home button, it takes you back. Let's see what kind of firewall they've got. Blocks invasions and hacker activity, and application control is basically blocks suspicious applications. And so basically their protection against zero-day threats is this behavior blocking. So let me just, you can see their advanced options here if you want. Behavioral scan, there you go. I'm not going to mess with any of these. Now, only thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to disable the real time so that we can just run our test here. I mean the file test. So first let me grab, okay, where is it? Here we go. So let me just grab my stuff here. And I think I have about over 400 items. So we'll get a good idea. Oops, kind of forgot to disable my antivirus on my host machine. Nah, it should work fine. So first, let's just do a right-click scan with Zone Alarm. There we go. We've got 411 items. So we'll just do a simple right-click scan, and I'll be back with the results. So see you guys then. Okay, welcome back guys. The scan finally completed and it's removed everything that it's found. Now about the scan speeds, I don't think I need to mention anything. You can take a look at the duration. It's 41 minutes and 14 seconds. Now I don't think this needs anything, any telling here. It's pretty clear that this, for me, it's just ridiculous. You can think whatever you want. 41 minutes to scan 411 pieces of malware is just ridiculous. So anyway, whatever that was, we'll just close this. Now we're left with 71 items, so it's gonna be a detection rate of above 80%. That's what I guess. So we had 411, and now we have 71 here. So it's a detection rate of 83%. It's 82.7. If you use approximation, it gets to 83. Now, that's not bad. In fact, it's pretty good detection rate for the kind of files that we had. It's pretty decent. Not the best, but it's pretty good. Not that bad. So let's just get some links here. But I really think they need to improve on their performance here. If their scan takes so long, I mean, this was just one folder. If it took 41 minutes to scan this folder, think how long it would take to scan the whole computer. And that's just awfully slow. I've seen antiviruses take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maximum to about 15 minutes. Now, 40 minutes is this crazy amount of time. So let's just take a look at their memory usage. It's pretty high from what I remember when I first saw it. There you go. This surface is using 110 megabytes, which is really high. And we've got a couple of more surfaces here. So the total is about always over 100 megabytes. It's about 120 megabytes. So this is just a really high memory usage for me. I mean, I would never use any solution that uses above 100 megabytes of RAM. That's just crazy. But you can use it if you've got a really high-end system where your performance doesn't matter much. You can try it out, but I wouldn't do that. Now, this is a really nice thing that I did find. Now, they can detect malicious URLs even on text readers. Now, as you can see, I'm using Notepad, and as soon as I highlight this link, I get this warning that this URL in the clipboard is infected, and they recommend not navigate to that location. So should I just skip this? No, I'll just try to navigate. There you go. It's probably going to block me from copying that. But still, I guess I can try it. So this is really a great feature because you don't even have, this is the safest way to block something, because you don't even have to navigate to the website to know that it's infected. So their file blocker should get this one. That's strange, because they told me that the URL was infected, but their scanner doesn't know what to do. Let me hit the advanced scan and see what happens. So while that's scanning, let's try out the next one. And just to let you guys know, this security software has a really high system requirement that it requires. Now, by default, I think you should have at least 2 gigabytes of RAM in case you're using Windows 7 to use the software. And this virtual machine does not meet that system requirement. So we're basically testing it in a machine that is not meant to run their software. But I had no choice, and I wanted to test out their level of protection, so I did this. So in case you have a slow system, this is not for you. So that one was blocked. Now, okay. Now, the second one was determined as safe. So I'll open it. Now every time I run a file, I'll just have to do this. Now what do? every time it's going to tell me to do an advanced scan. Let me do it, because I don't want Zone Alarm to get a chance to say that it wasn't tested properly. So now I guess I can't download anything else unless and until this is done. So their advanced heuristic scan does seem to find some stuff, but it's not really good to see this, that every time I have to do an advanced scan, so this is kind of annoying. It's gonna make this review a little bit longer, I think. So their advanced scanner detects it, but their default one doesn't in most of the cases. So it looks like by default they don't allow much heuristics. Now there we go again. So it replaces the Internet Explorer download with their own download manager or something like that. Which is no problem, just until it doesn't affect your usability. But I don't like the fact that every time you download a file, you have to do an advanced scan. Okay, this one was detected without the advanced scan, so that's good. There you go again, this one's not detected. Now again, I'll have to do an advanced scan to find out if this file is safe or not. Okay, now this was blocked by the OpenDNS server that is present on my host machine. Oh, and it looks like I can't bypass it unless I change my DNS servers. So we'll consider that dead. It's got enough links, so it should be no problem if one is blocked. Now this one's not blocked. Okay, so the first one was detected by their advanced scan. This one was detected by their default scan, so that's good. So far, their web blocking is pretty decent. Only thing that I don't like is you have to do an advanced scan in many files. There you go again, it's gonna ask me to do an advanced scan. Now if I'm gonna hit yes, this file is just going to run. So I'll just hit advanced scan, give them their chance to find it, but this is annoying, really. But I'm doing this because in my case it's more annoying just because I'm having to try out so many links. In a real case, a user won't have to try out so many downloads at the same time, so it won't be that annoying. So that's why I'm giving them the chance to find whatever they want to find. Okay, finally, this one's been determined as safe, so we'll run it. And this is a piece of adware that we're looking at here. This one again could not be detected directly by their signatures, so they need an advanced scan. But their signatures do seem to be pretty decent. I'm not totally complaining about their signatures, but really, I mean, their performance and the amount of user activity that you need is, it's kind of tough for easy users. Every time they get an alert, then it wants to do an advanced scan. And let's see what kind of memory usage we get during times like these. There you go, so many force field services running, and they're all taking up RAM and probably chewing at the CPU too. If we look at performance, there you go, CPU usage is just capped to about 100%. RAM usage is about the half we have, so it's not very pleasing to use this computer with zone alarm. So anyway, this part's done, and now it appears that again this one could not be detected. So I guess I'll be back when the scan is done, because this is the last link. Okay, so as you can see, this one's detected and removed, so that's good. Now we're just going to try run some of these files that were left over, and we'll see if we can somehow get them to infect the system, bypassing the zone alarm shields. So this should give us a fair idea of what kind of zero-day protection they have, if they're just totally signature based or if they have something else. This is probably a piece of adware. There you go, system's kind of like hanging up. It's not looking very pleasant to use this. Okay, this one has Bitdefender's icon. Let's find out what it is. So we aren't exactly being able to run a lot of these files, because it did get a decent detection rate, and therefore a lot of these files which are dependent on different files for running are not starting. So I can say that Zone Alarm is doing a fair job, but we'll just find out in a couple seconds what exactly it did. So I'll just let it run, reboot, run CCleaner, then run my scanner. I'll probably run just Malwarebytes, and I'll be back with the results. So see you guys then. Okay, so Malwarebytes finished scanning, so let's take a look at what it's found. It's found a Trojan agent in, there you go, this is one file. Now I also did a scan with Hitman Pro, and it also found two different things here. Now, this proxy chain.exe was found by their cloud, and it's flagged as Trojan. It's caught by the Icarus engine as Win32 suspect. And debug.exe, this is a worm that was present in that folder of malware. So this has also successfully infected the system. Now if we take a look at Malwarebytes, this WinSecure or whatever.exe is a different file. I don't think it's here. No. So 3 infections in total. It's not a very amazing result, but neither is it too bad. We tried some stuff, and Zone Alarm just couldn't protect us fully, but it did do a pretty decent job. Their signatures were okay, but I still believe that for a free security suite, everybody nowadays wants performance, and in case you're using more than 100 megabytes of RAM and you can't deliver excellent security, I don't think a lot of users are going to like this. Personally, I won't try this at all unless and until they improve the resource usage. I mean, 100 megabytes of RAM and crazy CPU usage. I wouldn't mind that if my system wasn't slowed down, but the scan speeds were pathetic and the system was slowed down almost to the extent that I couldn't work on it. So I had to stop it to run scans, of course. So I'm not exactly very pleased with this product. Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, it's still pretty decent. You can try it out in case you've got a really fast system. But other than that, in case you've got a slow system, or in case you don't like a very, resource-intensive antivirus program, I wouldn't recommend this. So hope you guys enjoyed this review. ZoneAlarm Free is certainly doing decent when it comes to security, but I would say they first have to take a look at their performance here. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Have a good day, and good day.